Hey, good morning, y'all. It's early morning. Um, I've been staying in Ocean Beach, but right now I'm like 30 minutes inland from the beach at a library that's open on Sunday, but it doesn't open till 1 o'clock. And so last night I slept on Newport Avenue. And Newport Avenue on the weekends and at the end of the week, it becomes like a hangout for at night for uh, like bars and like venues and stuff. People come out, drink, and hang out and stuff. And the night before it rained, and then the percentage for last night was like 30% at like 1 hour. So I slept on that avenue underneath a storefront, trying to stay out of the rain if it rained. When there was a lot of people walking past me. And then this morning, it was a lot of people like walking past me early. So it kind of, I don't know, it wasn't too difficult. I don't know, I don't think I slept too well. But right now, I'm working on these pants. And I'm going to edit it piece by piece, I guess. I'm nervous. I'm trying to get used to like making videos. But I wanted to talk about like special interests. So like I have a routine, and wherever I don't know. I think like ever since I was an adult, and then even like I guess school. When you're in school, you kind of have that routine of school. But then as I became an adult, I suppose I always created routines. So sewing is a big part of my routine, and I think it's like my special interest. Art in general, but sewing, like textiles and sewing and stuff, has been like the biggest part of my art in the last like 8 years. Making dolls and quilting. I started off quilting, then it turned into doll making. And but I always like to draw and paint. And when I grew, when I got out of school, high school, I wanted to be an artist, like a painter. Um, and I did it, and every now and then I might sell something. I painted a lot of portraits of people. In high school, I did a lot of self portraits. Like I really like Frida Kahlo and Van Gogh. So I did a lot of self portraits. I liked them because they were like really moody, and I was very moody since the age, like since 15. I dealt with like depression, and so people's reaction to like me being depressed didn't like turn out well when I told people. So I just would paint and draw pictures of how I felt, which it also felt kind of disgusting because it kind of felt like shock value, like, oh, poor me. But the older I get, the more I realize like this is something I'm dealing with. That it just keeps on recurring. It keeps coming back. Um, in my early 20s, I was on Wellbutrin, but I didn't, want to pay because it was like a hookup that my friend had got me where I would pay $50 a month for a prescription. But I didn't really want to continue to do that. And but yeah, just expressing stuff, using art as being like biographical is what I've pretty much done throughout all my artwork. And now it's become so therapeutic that it's art, but it's not really, it's art and I want to make money off of it, but it's really like just a way for me to ground myself and uh, express or like kind of figure out what's going on in my head or my relationships, and things like that. And it's become so essential that I don't even have to think about like doing it. Sewing comes to me easier, so I kind of gravitate to sewing more because there's not much thought into it and it's repetitious, and it kind of makes me, I'm sure it's like meditative, and it puts me into a flow state, and uh before I know it, the day is over. And so I used to be worried about that, like maybe I'm just trying to sew my life away, just like stay sewing and not deal with people. But I enjoy it so much, and I enjoy like the watercoloring and painting and stuff. But sewing I enjoy a lot, and l- the older I get, the more I kind of figure out my emotions and relationship dynamics. Um, I don't know. I hate to, like, I'm stubborn, and it's like maybe I don't pull myself out of my comfort zone, but now I'm like traveling. I'm homeless. I'm traveling homeless, and I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I don't really get to see the cities that much, like get around the cities that much because I don't have a car. But I see a lot of the cities, so it's like that kind of pulls me out of my comfort zone. I stay in each city so far for like a few months, and then I head to another one. And I've been doing it for 3 years, maybe even four, since COVID. So I don't know how long that's been, but like neither 3 or 4. And I don't have any plans on stopping. I think it is something that I've always wanted to do. And the older I got, the more I like. Well, in my early 20s, I kind of just wanted to assimilate and just get the job, get a partner, and all that stuff. But getting the job, I got depressed with the job, and even the partners that I had, I never was like fully satisfied with those relationships. And then I just started selling my art on the street, so that caused me to have to make art, because then I started depending on art as my only income. But then the traveling thing was like, I think it was always something I wanted to do, like being kind of nomadic and like a drifter has always been like, a romantic dream, I suppose. And now I'm doing it. And when I started 2 years ago, I didn't think it was something I would like really enjoy. I thought it would be cool, but I thought eventually I would want to not stop doing it. And I might, still maybe one day want to stop doing it. The feeling comes and goes. Like a few months ago, it was really heavy in me to like want to stop and go back to New York. But then New York, got all that snow and it's cold, and that kind of really like sealed the deal for me. Like, cause I was like, nah, I don't want to go back into the cold. So I don't really know where I want to go. I feel like maybe the more traveling I do, maybe I'll figure out like where I want to stay. I don't have a passport, so I can't really leave the country right now, but I would love to. But anyway, but I create these routines. So sewing, even it's not even something I really have to think about. It's just like something I do. And watercoloring, I like painting with all like oils, acrylics. But lately it's been like watercolor and gouache and like ink, like inking it and stuff. Now that takes a little bit more thought to it, because I kind of have to think about what I'm making. But with sewing, it's kind of just, repetitious. And I make dolls. Um, I've been working on this Vivian Westwood, so she's almost done. It's a commission. I'm trying to hurry up. I need to give her a strap, and then once I give her that strap, she'll be done. I'm trying to hurry up, get it done so I can get some money. Um, and then I'm working on my pants right now. And then I'm also trying to make the last $5 of the 20 that I want to make to go to Tijuana. But also like sleeping last night, and plenty of times I thought before, is like when I listen to the people around me, though a lot of them are young adults just hanging out and listening to the things they do and say and stuff. It's like, I don't know, I have friends who are like deeply passionate about their crafts and stuff, and so those tend to be the people who I'm more friends with. But just to hang around with people, it doesn't really, like, listening to like stuff people say and do and the stuff they do, it's never given me the feeling like I'm missing out on anything. And so yeah, I love like just sitting and creating. It's like my favorite thing to do, and I think it's like, definitely a special interest. I don't really think of it as it's not really something separate from me. It's like a very shamanic, ritualistic thing that I just like. I have to do it. And so yeah, and anybody that get in the way of it, if they, I don't know, I can hang around with people who aren't doing what I'm doing, but if they get in the way of what I'm doing, like if they try to bring me out of it, I almost have a like a like a reaction, like I don't know, I just get really annoyed. And that, and also people who try to keep me up from my sleep, because I like to like be in bed, like I'm waiting for the plane to pass. But yeah, I guess I'll let this video end. Let's see. But yeah, I'll get back with y'all later. Have a good day.